Good morning. It is day, 12 of Lenten lessons? Yeah, day 12. And we are on will. So, reading from scripture is John 1, verses 1 through 18. Let us first begin by closing our eyes and stepping back into ourselves. So, close our eyes, deep breath in. Feel all of yourself present and whole. Breathe in the light and love around you. All that is good fills you. And anything less like it floats away. Breathe. And with mind expansive and open heart, let's go ahead and open our eyes. All right, so now we're ready for John 1 through 18. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life that was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. The same came from a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us. And we behold his glory, the glory of the only begotten Son of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bare witness of him, and cried, saying, This was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his fullness have we all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. No man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. Of the many things I love about the book of John, I love its cosmic departure from the books that precede it, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Matthew, Mark, and Luke feel like they are Matthew, Mark, and Luke recounting events, but John comes to us of the cosmos and brings it down from the beginning. I like that. The King James translates it as the only begotten Son. From the Aramaic, the word means the first begotten. So we are all heirs with Jesus to the kingdom. Jesus isn't the only one that gets to perform these works. These things that I do, you shall do, and greater. That's a promise given to all of us. Jesus was just the master teacher. And I say just quite lovingly. Okay, so then moving on to Fillmore. Will. The will is the executive power of the mind. The commandments of Jesus teach the Father's will. Those who keep them are therefore at one with the will of God. It is possible to get very close to the kingdom of heaven by doing good works and surrendering to Spirit the various faculties of the mind. But we can never fully enter into and abide in heaven or divine harmony without surrendering all that makes up the personality, all of which the will is the center. The will may be said to be the man, because it is the directive power that determines character formation. When man wills the will of God to be done, he forms spiritual character. The use of the regenerate will is for the sole purpose of spiritual unfoldment. The use of the regenerate will is for the sole purpose of spiritual unfoldment. When the will of man adheres to wisdom faithfully, and carries out in its work the plans that are idealized in wisdom, it carries in man a consciousness of harmony and peace. Spirit breathes into such an individual continually the necessary inspiration and knowledge to give him superior understanding. I bring the divine will to bear in my consciousness by understanding, by appropriating universal wisdom, by affirming, not my will be done, but thine be done. God is potential, unformed will. Man is manifest God will. I now link my will with the principle of divine force in order to develop superior executive capacity. After this manner, I am swiftly bringing forth faculties that under the slow action of mortality would take ages to develop. And so I affirm, the will of God is uppermost in my consciousness, and I am glorified in my understanding. Sounds like we're going to go out and run the world. Go out and take care of yours. We'll see you back here tomorrow.